Good morning. It's November 3rd, and going to go over last night. Had a pretty good night last night. So, my strategy is finally starting to pay off. Just go with guys that aren't going to sink you. And I even went a little extra. I played in a bunch of best of five, best of three, best of 10, and I did really well and won most of them. You see, I won this one by 10 points. And a lot of people just came in the mid 250s, which is usually fine. You can usually make money in heads up, scoring 250, 260 on a slow night, but I guess tonight was a big night. So you can see Rubio did well. Jared Jack was just okay. People that had Brandon Knight got a little more value there. Giannis and CJ, yeah, good, but not great. But that's fine. I'll take that from them. Aminu, great. Kawhi, great. Young, yeah, everyone was just solid. No one killed it. Karl Anthony Towns could have done a little better. And the Minnesota game, if you watched it, the ref blew a brutal goaltending call. Had that gone in, there was a good chance that game would have gone to overtime. And I mean, a game going into overtime when you got Rubio, who was on fire, McCollum, their second option, and then the big man down low, and Aminu. So I had four guys that would have had an extra, 5 minutes to play or so. So who knows how much money that cost me, but that was a brutal, brutal call if you saw that. So now we'll go to today's lineup, and I'm going to do more of the same. So going with Reggie Jackson against Indiana. Worries me a little bit because George Hill's known for his defense, but I think Reggie will just do enough. And it's supposed to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but Vegas has the over/under at 202 points. So they must know something I don't. So Reggie Jackson, and then Drew Holiday. He was really good last year until he got injured, and at that price, he played 27 minutes last game and had 22 points, and he's the point guard. So he's going to be doing steals, assists, all that. So if he's just ups, he went from 21 minutes to 27 minutes. So if they have him at 30, 32 minutes, at $5,900, that's going to be a pretty good bargain. Now, at shooting guard, that's the one place where sometimes I like to go strong unless I know of a sleeper. And so I have a couple lineups that have Bazemore and Fournier in there as kind of the low value guys, but there's just a chance that either one of them could just go 0 for 5 from the field and just never, show their face in the game again. So here I just decided to go, since I don't really like any of the big money guys tonight. I mean, DeRozan and Wade are the number one scoring options on their team. So I just went with that, and hopefully between the two of them, I hope to get about 80 points, whether it's 40 and 40, whether it's 50 and 30. That's what I'm shooting for there. Whereas Bazemore and Fournier, if they don't have a good night, they could combine for about 15 points, and that would just sink me. Small forward, DeMar Carroll, again, solid. He's not going to sink you. He's not going to put up 40 points. But if he can put up 30 fantasy points, scoring 15 and then everything else he does, then, that's 5 times value, and that's kind of all you can ask. Marcus Morris, same thing. I mean, he has a little bit of upside just because he's averaging 20 points a game, which is just absurd to be averaging 20 points a game and still be under 6,000 for value. Where I sort of got my value here, everyone's going to be going Julius Randle. He had a monster game. Yeah, he sunk you the night before with 1.9 points or whatever that came out to. But he's going against Denver. Unless he gets into foul trouble. I mean, Denver's bigs are injured, banged up, and just even when they're there, not very good in physical. So he should have a good night. And Marvin Williams, I'm a little hesitant to go back to back with a couple good games on Marvin Williams, but he's going up against Mirotic or Gasol. He's playing power forward, so they're not known for their defense. And Zeller's injured, so he's going to get more minutes down low. So I hope he has a little bit better night than he had last time, where all his scoring came from 5 3-pointers. I hope he slashes a little bit and gets the tip backs. But at $4,800, I mean, he only got to get you. Even if he scored those 5 3-pointers, he's fine. And then, of course, Andre Drummond. I'm so proud of myself. I said he was going to have a monster year. He was the NBA Player of the Week for the first week of the season. Still less than 9,000. So still, once he gets up to 10, 11, it might not be worth it because he does sort of have a limited upside. He's never going to have a Westbrook, 70-point night, but he should be good for 40 to 50 points a night. So that's what I got for my lineup. Feel free to play me if you like, and good. All right, so now it's DraftKings time, and I did pretty well here too. I think I won 40 to 60 bucks, something in that range. So I'll give you an example. So on this one, I think I had 5 lineups, and 2 of them cashed in the main tournament. And then my one that I liked the best, I put in a bunch of 3 to 5 to 10 man tournaments. So here's one that I won, and I pretty much won it. My wild card in the DraftKings lineup here was Bledsoe. Bledsoe scored 36, and he would have done a lot better, but he got in foul trouble and missed the last 6 to 8 minutes or so of the first half. So had that not happened, he probably would have been closer to 50 points. But either way, he pulled it out at the end. I always like having a guy or two in the 10 to 10:30 games, just so if you are behind by 20, it's worth staying up to be entertained. So especially when you see that they don't have anyone going, and your guy just has to score 20. So Bledsoe just had to score. I think he actually had to score 20 in the second half, and he scored 30 in the second half. So that was fun to watch, and Bledsoe finally paid off. So with my lineup today, it's the same thing essentially as the FanDuel lineup. Holiday, DeRozan, Morris, Randall, Drummond, Carroll, Reggie Jackson, Marvin Williams. I wanted to mix it up just to make it interesting, but there just wasn't a lot that I liked. I mean, it was really tempting here to put in Fournier or even Bazemore, and I do have lineups with them in it for the tournament, but they're more going for the home run. Yeah, Bazemore and Fournier could give you 30 to 35 fantasy points, but they could also put up between the two of them about 15 points. So hopefully Marvin Williams doesn't sink me. This lineup is solid. I'm worried about a couple guys not sinking me, but a couple guys just might do what Jared Jack or Townsend did and just score 20 to 21 points. That's not going to sink me, but this is the lineup I like, for the cash games to get me some money. So play me heads up if you like. Otherwise, good luck and let me know how you did.